the grow house seems to have held up reasonably well. I don't remember this bit being open, but I'll just move a bulldog clip along. And then this has just become unwrapped. Not quite sure how. I guess the wind. So I'll just maybe move a plank to that side, and yeah, not too bad. I was thinking I could even pop the other bed frame sort of over the top and down maybe, because then that'll help to give it a little more stability maybe. Oh, snail trying to get in there. Bad snail. Oh dear, the child's not looking very happy at all. Maybe putting out so small was a bad idea. Maybe it's just a little propagator. I think I'll leave it off. It's getting like 26 today, which is why I'm up so early to do the watering. So, I mean, the pak choi is doing great over there, so maybe I'll just leave it to take its chances. Someone has done their business on my damn lettuce fleece. That is just... how dare you, sir? And it's ripped as well. Honestly. They're a little tilly, but given that the other ones were just absolutely riddled with those root fly worms, I think it's best to get them out now. Probably need to sow them in a different bed if they've sort of established themselves, so... Ugh. The Romanesco broccoli is looking absolutely great, far better than the poor old sprouting broccoli over there. I do think two of them are alive, the two on the right as we look at them now, but they're growing so slowly. I probably will try and replace them at the weekend. But given that these ones are so nice, I really do want to keep them protected. So, brassica collars. I mean, whether these ones actually work, I don't know. There's sort of some old thick plastic that I've just had lying around, so I don't know. Give it a go. See what happens. The grass around the plots has just been cut, which means straw for the strawberries. I hope you can excuse my language, but oops, sorry, focusing on the net there. Holy shit, look at that little guy. It's still a little green on the other side. That's a damn strawberry, that is. Oh, that's great. I mean, that's only had a couple of days in the sun. I guess it shows you how quickly they ripen if the conditions are right. There's this one here, that's going as well. And I think these ones are just a little bit. So I think I'll leave that for a couple more days just to finish off. And then yeah, I've got myself a damn strawberry. I mean, one strawberry, but still, better than nothing. It lives. It lives. It lives. It stayed upright. Oops, never stopped to consider tying up my beans, what with all the wind and everything. Oh, and that one was coming back so well. Oh dear. Well, at least some things are coming on leaps and bounds. The pak choi is looking absolutely great. Oh, look at those beauties. The first lots of lettuces that I planted out are the Valmain lettuces. They're great. The ones that I replanted the other week, or the other day rather, not so much. I think that is technically it. Oh dear. Oh, would you look at that beauty? Well, it's maybe a little bit of a funny shape, and it's a little tiddly. For that, oh, focus, come on. That is your genuine strawberry. I'm gonna have to give that a wash and eat that when I get home. I'll let you know what I think. Now, you may remember from my experiments with a long plastic cloche how much I love a clothes horse, especially one that you find from round the bins. Now behold, this beast. You may remember last time as well, I also said that I completely forgotten that I had so many butternut squash that I needed to fit into there, along with the kale, along with the replacement sprouting broccoli. So my plan is pop this in there and build a sort of upright frame to put them across. I'm not sure whether I could maybe fit the kale underneath, because the kale will last until next year, so they can start off small, and then when the squash are gone they'll have more room to grow. That might be a little bit over enthusiastic, but I don't know, we'll give it a see. It could be fun. I'm thinking of popping it in there, sort of planting some legs down to make sure it's secure, and given that it's going to be a bit breezy in the next couple of days before I even plant them out, then we'll see if the frame actually holds up. I mean, there's no point putting the frame in and then for it to go whoo off into the sky when the squash one is at the first sign of a breeze, so best to do that now. So yeah, doing the watering because it's been so warm. I'm sure the squash will appreciate that, and the tatties that are doing pretty well. Pop that in and then I'll bugger off. Not really much else to do today, it's just a quick visit. And as I'm here, and it's going to be 18 tomorrow, so not quite as warm as it has been, I can pop down a little side panel. Keep the heat in, hopefully. I'm glad. I don't know whether putting the compost bin there helped to shield it from the wind. I think he said it was going to be a southwesterly, which I'm pretty sure is from this direction. My plan was that the compost bin would help to break, sort of stop that hitting the grow house, although you'd think really it would have made far more sense to have popped that on the other side to kind of prop it up, but you know, as we've established, I don't know what I'm doing, but either way the grow house so far remains standing, which is the main thing. Oh dear, that's not very heat proof. How warm is it in there? It's pretty much the same as outside. Oh well, I'll get that secured in. To be honest, even though these two are actually making a comeback, I don't think I'll bother watering them. The sprouting broccoli that I've got on the balcony is so much bigger and better. I mean, that is a bit of new growth, but oh god, has even that looks nibbled. So yeah, if I get the bigger ones out, hopefully they'll be a bit more robust against all the snails. So this is how it looks now, and yes, I'm aware it's ridiculous. The plan is, if I bury these bits in the ground and then have sort of some crossover canes as support at either end, then hopefully that'll be a reasonable enough sort of support for some squashes. I can put one in either corner, and then I'll still have some room for some kale. Might be able to fit a bit more kale in there actually, and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it'll survive the night, and if it survives until Sunday when I bring the squash down, then hopefully I can pop some on. It's not down quite as low as I wanted it. I really wanted this bough at ground level, and ground level is there, so maybe 20 centimetres difference, but unfortunately we've hit the stone level, which really isn't as far down as I thought it would be, but given how that word so I'm getting distracted, but given that it didn't take long to get down to the chalk when I was digging the sort of organic matter trench for the beans, I probably should have guessed this, but I might not be able to have these bits sort of straight up this way, but I don't know, if I pop some canes to support that to the ground, and then you could have the squash sort of looping over, maybe in a bit of an arch. Although that will also make it hard to put the kale in the middle, maybe. Oh well, I'll fill it in. I can always dig it out if it doesn't seem to want to work. Well, as you can see, it's very dark because it's currently, what does the clock say? 9:40, but there is my monstrosity. I haven't put the canes stepping backwards. I haven't put the canes going up to here, but it is relatively secure, so hopefully if that's maybe 30 centimetres, the squash is pretty much that long, but if it can make it up to there and then it can go over, hopefully that'll be okay. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to really plant much underneath it, but it'll at least contain the leaves and everything, and then maybe I can fit some kale in this gap, not that you can see this gap because it's too dark, and then replace that rubbish sprouting broccoli with broccoli that's actually good, get the courgettes in that bed, and hopefully that'll be everything. Maybe I can even fit some kale or something by the fence. I might not. The wildflower mix I sowed there doesn't seem to be coming up, and it does get some sunlight in the morning before it goes behind the house, so that might be okay for the kale or something, sort of something slow growing and big and leafy, so it's got plenty of leaves to catch what sunlight there is. Oh, it's getting chilly. I better be off and have my one strawberry. How exciting. And there it is, my first ever allotment grown strawberry. Let's have a wee little taste. Smells like strawberry. That is a really good strawberry. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not just saying that, that is so nice and sweet. Oh, after all the issues with the radish, at least something doesn't look like it's full of worms, so that's something. But yeah, not too bad. I don't know whether I'll get more than just one at a time. Can't really do much with just one strawberry. I mean, well, obviously they can go in the fridge. But yeah, not too shabby. Definitely worth going up there at like 10 this evening. That's a nice strawberry.